Ohjelmayhteistyössä mukana
Hi, I'm Dax Ginn. I'm a producer at Rocksteady Studios, currently working on Batman Arkham VR. I've been working in games development for about 20 years now. I originally grew up in Australia. I studied law. I graduated from law school. I moved to the UK and decided I don't want to be a lawyer anymore. I want to do something I love. I love playing computer games, and so I got into games development. I've been doing that ever since. The gaming industry has changed a lot in the time that I've been involved in it, mostly driven by technology and technology changes. And I think the advent of virtual reality is a fantastic example of how new technology can drive new gaming experiences. So it's always exciting, irrespective of where you join the industry, where in the timeline you come into it, how you find games. Being such a technical and creative enterprise, it means it's always full of surprises. Batman Arkham VR is an extension to the Arkham franchise that we've created at Rocksteady Studio. The trilogy of games that we've created previously was a very comprehensive universe of characters and story and narrative, but when we had the opportunity to extend and deepen the experience of Batman as the world's greatest detective, virtual reality was the technology that gave us the key to that. So the experience of the game is very much a murder mystery, as Batman as a detective is solving the case and identifying the identity of the killer of one of his closest allies. Virtual reality game is totally different to making games that we've done previously, because you have to rethink everything from the ground up. It's in first person for starters, rather than being a third person action adventure game like we've done previously. How you move, how you interface with the environment, how you convey information to the player, all of these systems need to be redesigned. So for us as a studio, we really had to rethink a lot of the gaming systems that we've developed over the years and come up with new solutions for virtual reality. The hardest thing about creating Batman Arkham VR was probably staying focused on what makes a great Batman game when we weren't really setting out to make a game that involved typical Batman things like combat, like grappling, gliding, like driving the Batmobile. This game is very focused on crime scene investigation, forensics, being a detective, just like a classic Batman comic book story. But we managed to balance those things and make a game that still makes you feel like Batman and really go very, very deep into the forensic component of his personality. The future of VR technology is so open. We're so taking first steps right now. Rocksteady as a studio is contributing to efforts right across the industry to discover what is this technology? How do we use it to our advantage? How can we play to its strengths? But what I'm seeing also is incredible developments in VR outside of gaming, in commerce, in art, in architecture, in all sorts of, like medical surgery. There's incredible applications right across the spectrum of human behavior, not just entertainment. So this is our little contribution to VR as a new tech, but I think in 5-10 years' time, we're going to see virtual reality present in so many different parts of our lives, not just what we do on a Saturday evening to have a good time with a game. The reaction that I see from gamers is very similar to the reaction that I first had when I first played a VR game. And the thing that is common, I think, across everyone's experience is how quickly your brain just accepts that you're there. As soon as you put a VR headset on, within 2 seconds, you just accept, okay, I'm now in Gotham City, or I'm now standing on this rooftop, or I'm now in this side street. Like the human brain, I think, is very good at just believing the information that it's presented with. And VR presents that information in such a comprehensive way that the sense of immersion is unlike anything we've seen in any other gaming platform from the beginning of the games industry. And that's why VR as a technology is such an exciting new frontier. The way that VR works is by creating a 3D world that exists all around you, but is only displayed where you're looking. But you can obviously look in 360 degrees. So wherever you're looking, there is a world there for you to see and believe in. It puts a lot of onus and emphasis and pressure on the creative technical artists who work at Rocksteady to ensure that that environment looks real and that it reacts in a real way, and that the lighting and the way that we handle reflections and shadows and all of that is done in a very authentic manner. So there's an immense amount of work that goes into creating a VR game, but when it's done right, it can be so convincing and so immersive. That's why it's so exciting.
Ohjelmayhteistyössä mukana